All right, so we're going to try and set up this first class for Pilates Precision. We're going to do a movement class today to just try and unwind the body after a good week and a bit of hibernation, as I like to call it, at home. So if you can, get yourself a mat. If you need any cushioning under your knees, get yourself a little pillow. If you need any kind of block support for your head at any point, or block support just to get you more upright, then go and get yourself some yoga blocks. We're going to come onto the mat, onto all fours to begin. And if you can't see me at any time, just listen to the cues, no problem. Just do your best, and if you need to alternate or take a pause at any time, make sure you also take a pause. All right, join me on all fours, hands and knees. So your knees are under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders, and we're going to just start by allowing the shoulders to roll back and forth. So you're coming up to the ears, rolling back, letting the chest sink, pushing into the hands. Really feel all four corners of your hands. And from that last one, we're going to bring the shoulders back and lift the rib cage up. Careful here you don't round that upper back. We want to try and hold as best and neutral as possible for now. And we're going to think about really pressing the hands and the feet into the floor to just engage through the lower belly a little bit. So from here, we're going to start to move the ribs now from side to side, almost as if you're trying to snake yourself along the floor. Breathing into one lung, inhale as you go over, exhale to center, inhale to the other side, exhale to center. Alternating lungs in your mind. On that last one, you're going to take this more into the lower part of the back. So taking the feet to one side as if you're wagging your tail, and then feet to the other side. The hips should move here, and if you want to add the head rolling from one side to the other, just to get the spine to unwind itself a little bit. And here, last one, we come back to center, hands come back down, feet come back down, and here just round the back, head rolls in last, back to neutral, and through neutral to extension, inhale. And again, so lower belly starts, pelvic floor contracts, bringing that tail under, and move through one vertebrae at a time, from the base of your spine to the crown of the head. See if you can just walk your mind through every part of your back, neck, and last one, Kegel, hollow belly, really drawing that tail under. Press into your hands to access the upper back, and release the neck completely, and then releasing the tail back up. Belly button hangs to the floor, ribs, breastbone, collarbones kind of smile to the front through your arms and shoulders, and lift the throat, and come back to your neutral from here. Now we're going to add a little movement of the leg here. So as you go into your round back, tuck the tail, you're going to drag the right knee in towards your nose, and then bring it back to neutral. And again, exhale, inhale. And again, exhale. This time you're going to bring that leg up behind you, reaching the heel to the ceiling, lifting the chest. And then again, same leg this time. And lifting the heel, lifting the chest, opening up the front chain of the body. And one more. This time as you lift up into that extension, you're going to stay here. And I want you to just engage the lower belly a little. You're going to lengthen the leg and lengthen through the back of the neck. And you're going to open up through the waist and psoas. So we're going to try and bring the right hip up to the ceiling and then back towards the floor, drawing in through the belly here. Again, inhale, open. See if you can not allow the shoulders to turn with the pelvis. And here, last one, open. See if you can add a little knee bend and reach a little further towards your opposite shoulder on the other side. Coming back, close the gap. And last one, just open, bend, extend, Come back with the pelvis, you're working through your obliques, and lengthen the leg. Little break, knee to nose. Extend the leg one more time. This time opening up in the waist to hold. Draw in through the belly and circle the leg around to the side. You can look at it. Come back. Find your glutes. Square the pelvis. And start again. Reopen. Circle. Look at the foot. Come back. Find your glutes. Square the pelvis. One more. Open. Circle. Now here we're going to stay. We're going to bring that foot down. Anchor through the heel. Sole of the foot if you can. And then we're going to just mobilize the spine. So walk the hands a little further forward. Bending the elbows. Take a breath in. Chest towards the floor. And as you exhale, cat curl. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders roll back off the ears. And start with the belly, deep abdominals. And roll up. One more. And exhale. We're going to add some movement of twisting here. So really want you to ground yourself through that foot. And you're going to take your same hand as the extended leg under the opposite arm to twist. Here you're facing the other way. Come back. Change hands. So now my left hand goes under my right, and I'm going to really go and try and touch the leg. Inhaling to come back. We go again. Inhaling up. Exhaling, go and grab the leg now. And you can even come down to rest the shoulder on the mat and the head. Take your time here to open up this chain. Trying to push into that supporting arm to open the chest and rib cage more towards the sky. So coming back, inhale. Pushing up through the arm. Square the shoulders. Press into your hands. Lift through the abdomen and lengthen your neck and spine. Here, circle that leg around the floor to the back to slide it back in. Now we're going to do the whole thing again on the other side. If you just need a little cat curl break, go ahead. Coming back to center. And let's go again. Left side for me. Exhale. Adding the extension. Inhale, heel to ceiling. And again. One more. Really get the abdominals to initiate that curl here. Now we're going to hold, extending that leg out. And we're going to square the hips. And then from here, open the hip up. Trying not to twist those shoulders. Square the hip. I'm really lifting from my belly. Trying to get the obliques through my waist to drive this movement. And last one now, open to hold. Add the knee bend. Try and really reach that foot towards the opposite shoulder at the back. Come back, lengthening the leg. Square the pelvis, supported from your center. And do it again. Open, bend, and twist. And lengthen. Now we're going to stay open to go for that little kind of windmill leg. Semi-circling. I can turn my head, look at the toe. That adds a nice little side bend into the spine, mobilizing each rib, which helps squeeze the lungs, mobilize those internal organs. I'm going to hold this one, bring the foot to the floor. Remember, we're anchoring through the whole foot. Inhale here, expand the hands a little wider apart, and exhale down, chest towards the floor. I scoop the belly muscles in and I roll up to lengthen, sort of undulating through my spine here. Try and really feel that wave-like movement from the tail to the crown of the head. And the last one, we're going to add now the same arm as your straight leg, going under the supporting arm. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. See if you can really go and grab the leg. Coming back. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, always keeping that lower belly contracted. Now I grab the leg, rest the shoulder and the head on the floor, and use the supporting arm to push into the mat to access more rotation through my upper back. One more breath here. And on the next inhale, push into your supporting arm. Come back to center. Find your alignment from the crown of the head to the tail. Support it through your abdominals. And then then semicircle that leg back in and rest here in child's pose. From here, coming back up, you're going to then walk the hands just an inch further forward, and we're going to start working our planks. So be conscious now that the lower belly is really engaged, pelvic floor working for you if you need it. Make sure you're breathing into the rib cage. So you're trying to find a full expansion through the ribs in the mid-back. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the belly in, knee to nose. Now we're going to bring that leg all the way back and anchor into the toes at the back. Pushing the heel back, I'm going to try and lift the opposite leg, knee to nose. We're going to bring that back, find plank. I'm not sagging here, I'm lifted, and we switch. Now if you want to really pump into the organs here, ascending colon for right leg, try and lift the heel to your bum, switch, and exhale. Descending colon here, lift the heel to your bum. One more each side. Now here, just bend back as if you want to go sit back and leap now through your toes and legs, lifting high through the rib cage. Inhale back, look between your hands, exhale, push into your legs and leap. Zip the belly up. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to add an undulation to this. So here you're welcome to put your knees down, lean back, look between your hands, and this time as you roll forward, scoop the knees up first, round the back, roll or wave through your spine, put the knees down, add an extension, inhale, exhale, lean back to then scoop the knees up, leap forward, roll out the spine, bend the knees to the floor, inhale, open up that front chain, slowly lean back. I'm going to do one more, scoop the knees up, push forward through the legs, high plank, roll out the spine, put the knees down, inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, lean back. And we're going to work into our plank now. So high plank, hold, mobilizing into the wrists and ankles. So push through your toes, lean into the wrists, lean the heels back, scoop the belly up, forward and back. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale. Now try not to move the upper body, but lift up onto your toes just to scoop the tail under. Accessing the lower abdominals. Inhale out, exhale, lift. Inhale out, last one. Inhale out, and knees down, slowly release into child's pose. Take your time here to catch your breath. Prepare yourself to move again. We're going to walk the hands back towards the knees, rolling through the spine. And you're going to slowly peel up off the feet, coming to high knees. Now here we're going to go into lunges, starting to open the hips. So we're going to take left leg forward, one step. Try not to go into that knee yet, just back up, get some weight in the back leg. So your trunk is on top of your back thigh. If you need to really feel that lengthening of the low back here, abdominals pulling up. Once you've got that firm connection, we're going to go into a little hip hitch. So I'm going to show you sideways here, or front on I should say. You're going to bring that hip up to the shoulder and press it down. Again, up to the shoulder and press it down. And one more, up, pressing it down. Now from that position, I want you to hold that hip down. So really try and keep that waist long. Abdominals in. From here, we're going to take that lunge forward, opening the hip and coming back. I maintain my abdominal. Again, forward and up. So being very careful not to sort of let those organs hang out in the front and back bend. You're maintaining the support of those organs to your spine. Last one, we're going forward to hold. You'll be feeling that pull through the front of the hip here. I'm going to take that same arm as back leg up to the ceiling. And I want you now to think of pulling up and lifting out of the lower back. So it's not the shoulders, it's really trying to get those ribs up out of the low back, creating some space. We're going to go reaching up for an inhale, opening that lung on one side again. Your ribs are kind of like an accordion, opening. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. And we're going to go and reach that arm forward as far as we can, deepening our bend into the front hip. From here, hand comes down to open up the hamstring of the front leg. You're welcome here to only go as far as you need so you don't snap your hamstring. Slowly come back, bending into the knee. You can lift the chest here to add a little extra stretch. And exhale, releasing the posterior chain on that side. You can really release that neck here. Inhale, inhale all the way up through the heart, through the throat. Exhale, coming back. And from here now, forward into that lunge, we stay. You're going to roll up onto your hands, pull up through the belly, up out of the lower back, extend the spine, and now you're going to take that same arm as the back leg again, but across to the front leg knee. The opposite hand reaches forward. Inhale and exhale. This is a difficult stretch for a lot of us because this counter anchor here forces us to open in the right places. So you really want to open up this counter twist now, taking that hand to the back and breathing here. Inhaling, looking at the back hand. Exhaling, deepening your twist. See if you can grow a little taller. Inhale and exhale. Circling that hand to the front. Lift up. See if you can catch that hand with the other one and lift to the sky. See if you can go a little deeper into those hips. And inhale up. Square yourself here through the neck. Lengthen it out. And we're going to switch legs. So slowly coming back. We do the same thing on the other side. So same here. Try and get that tail down. We're going to start with those little hip hitches. So this hip goes up, squeezing the waist. And as I pull the hip down, I'm lengthening the waist. Inhale, up. Exhale. One more. Now here you're welcome to always change the breath around if that works better for you. Next one, exhale, we go forward. I'm really pulling those organs to my spine. Inhale, center. Trying not to let go of this nice tall spine that I've maintained here. Last one, forward to hold. We're going to take the same hand as the back leg up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift on the rib cage. Open it up, exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. I prefer to inhale now to go into the side bend to expand my lung. And exhale, center. One more, try to get that arm a little higher. And center to bring the hand down to the floor. And then pushing into this foot, try and get the length through your hamstring and coming back. Again. Again, you can hear, release the neck a little bit, rolling up, lifting the chest. Last one. And here we hold. See if you can walk yourself back up. So your trunk's on top of your pelvis. Opposite hand to leg catches the knee to brace. The other hand reaching forward and up and circling back. And we're going to hold the twist on this third one now. Inhale, open, exhale. And breathe here, trying to get more expansion into the lung, more length through your spine. The more you lift, the more space you create between each vertebrae. One more breath, and then circle to the front and come down. Child's pose here if you need a break. So we have one more to do, one more exercise. Just open up a little more into the sacrum and hips, inner thighs. So we're going to come back into that high kneeling position. You're going to take one leg forward. You might want to start on the first leg. Bring the foot a little bit more close to the midline. And we're going to now try and turn or pivot on this back knee to turn the pelvis, but you're going to block your leg from coming with you. It's got to stay knee in line with foot. We're going to come back. Just try that again. Pivot, opening up through the groin area, inner thigh. And let's see if we can stay here and really lift through the low belly, low back, opening up the posture, the shoulders falling back. Now you're going to take this outside hand up, inhale, exhale, side bend, let that arm glide down the leg. Careful you're not going into this rotation, but we're really trying to open up the diaphragm here on one side. And if you can, you're welcome to let go of that extra support and then just push the hand forward as you press the opposite hand over your head in the opposite direction. Inhaling, opening up to the sky. Exhaling, little closure, a little bit more sealing of the waist. One more. And inhale all the way up. And we're going to change side. Now for your sake, for the camera's sake, I'm going to just face the other way. You're welcome to do the same thing so you're not back to me. Foot forward. I bring my foot a little bit more midline. I'm going to pivot around the back knee to open up through the groin. Lengthen, hold, outside arm up. If you can, get it close to your ear. Inhale up, open the ribs, and side bend. I hold, I try and open up that accordion-like movement of the ribs to mobilize my upper back, to access more of those deep ligaments that support the lungs. And inhale, if you can, take that opposite hand across and push. Push. Open. Last one. And coming back, releasing the arm. Give yourself a little break by bringing that leg in. If you can, one hand to the sacrum, one hand to the lower belly. We're going to go into a little wave of the spine here, sitting back halfway through the hips, tucking that tail under. So here, Kegel, scoop the belly in, press the pubic bone forward, and allow each vertebrae to articulate its way back up to a tall spine. One more, inhale, exhale. And from here, sitting back and resting. Again, you're welcome to do a child's pose here to finish. I applaud you for the first workout of the day. Take care. Bye.